Happy Thursday afternoon. I don't really know what day it is. I really don't. But it is a gorgeous day, and we'll do a little painting. Why not? It's a good day for it. So let's get to it. We see a little something right here. Can't see it clearly. It'll be cool though. It'll be really cool. All right. It's still so difficult for me to figure out what the heck I'm doing. It always is. And that's fine too. It's fine. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. But it's live for the world to see. Yes. Now we've got it. Okay. So, what have we got here? You can't see it, but maybe you can. I have a little mushroom friend right here. I was inspired by the falling leaves. Well, hey, White Rabbit. Valhalla. Holla holla. What's up? It's good to see you guys. You might hear my dog bark in the background. But that's what pups are for when you're doing live streams. So I'll show you what has inspired this. Because I have books. Lots and lots of books. Do I read all my books? No. But I do have lots of them. So now's a good time. Right now, springtime. And in the summer when it's not too dry, it's a good time to kind of go looking for your local mushrooms in the area. And I like mushrooms. Oh, see, I'm not painting a chanterelle, but it'd be really cool if I was. Jack-o'-lanterns would have been a good one to have painted for Halloween. And then since we're on the topic of mushrooms, growing gourmet and medicinal mushrooms. It's another good one. Right now you can find turkey tail out and about. It might be a little dry, but turkey tail is a really good medicinal mushroom. I had a point to that. I can't remember what my point was, which is why I needed to take my mushrooms today. I take a Stamets 7 powder, which has like lion's mane and reishi and turkey tail. I think turkey tail's in it. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. But either way. So we are going to paint a pretty little fall picture of a mushroom. Hopefully. That's what we're going to do. We're at least going to try. Highlight the White Rabbit, mushies, Valhalla, and then Ballstorm. Where'd you go, man? We were just together. What happened? It's like I lost you. All right, let's get started. I have a photo that is on my computer that is my inspiration. So we'll just start with some color here. It's funny how you set out to do something And you're like, do I really want to do this? Yeah, I do. Volstorms asked me to do a really cool, pretty picture that he caught while we were at the beach a couple of years ago. And it's got this big storm front moving in, but I was like, it's not beachy right now, so I don't feel like, it's time to be in a season of Thanksgiving. So what better thing to be thankful for than mushrooms? Everyone should be thankful for mushrooms, I think. They're great on pizza. They're just kind of tasty in general. So let's be thankful for mushrooms, for our little mushroom friends. I'm not very good with watercolors, Vala, and that's why this is so fun to do this on live streams when I know for a fact I'm not that good at it. Or at least not by my own standards. According to my standards, I am not that great at it. Fallstorm says don't listen to me, though, most of the time. He's like, I'm my own worst critic. And that's very true. I am my own worst critic. To some extent, that's a good thing. Until it's not. Then it serves no purpose. I don't know if I have a lot to talk about today, other than mindless ramblings. And probably some people would prefer if I didn't, which I'm not much of a talker anyway. So to be doing this kind of thing live where I'm talking, it's a little odd. Normally I listen. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing, right? Why not? What I'm doing is I'm creating some of the backdrop color. For my nearsighted friends, you all can understand when you take your glasses off, you get kind of that bokeh. Is it called the bokeh effect? I think, where everything kind of gets blurry. I used to do that when I was a kid with a Christmas tree. I'd just sit and look at the Christmas tree with my glasses off. Because it was pretty. And watercolors kind of does the same thing. You have to diffuse the light. And that's kind of cool. So you have to trick your brain into seeing where the colors are. And seeing them in the right spot too. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. Seeing the light. Where do you go to see the light, man? It goes in different places. I had plans to travel out of town, and unfortunately those plans suddenly changed. So here we are right now, doing whatever I'm doing right here. I'm trying not to make a muddled mess. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll see how it goes. But I figured the travel plans weren't meant to happen, and it all worked out for the best, truly, because there were other activities that I had signed myself up to do at the same time, which that was funny that I had double booked myself, but I do that a lot inadvertently. I don't mean to do that, but I sure do it a lot. I'm not even paying attention to the chat. Forgive me, y'all. Oh yeah, good idea, Volstorm. Prop that show up. Yeah, expand your mind. That's right, Paula. That's how I feel. You gotta expand your mind. Yeah, completely. If you can hear my stomach rumbling, I apologize. I didn't think the camera was on my phone was that sensitive, but it might be. I won't know until I catch the restream. They'll be like, oh my. Oh my, that's a bit embarrassing, right? Could be. Could be, I guess. That might be a little too dark. That's okay though. We'll see what it does. Okay. Let's go back to the inspiration picture here. A tummy rumbling. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's the other parts. If the other parts start rumbling, that would be really awkward. Like, awkward. End stream. Delete. Cut. Yeah. Say, what is wrong with your gastrointestinal tract? You got some problems. Right. And here's stuff going on outside, something popping in the house, just like old bones. Cars whipping by. Kind of cool. So it's almost time for like reading Christmas stories, like what Volstorm and I had done last year. I don't know if we'll do that again this year. We might. For one, I don't have a new set of stories developed yet. I have them in my head, but they are not on paper and they are not published. So we'll see if I get that done. That'll be interesting. Yeah, not quite like the inspiration picture, but it's not that bad. Not that bad. Maybe it'll look better on camera than it does to me. That's normally how this works. I don't like what I do in person, and then I'll look at it online. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Okay, it's not so bad. Just depends, though. Hmm. Watercolors just flow. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult for me, is because I try to control it. You'd never guess that, right? I was listening to something today in which a person was asking for advice about a situation they were in, and they were dealing with a difficult person in their life. And their question was, how do I fix this person? Like, how do I fix them? And the other person that was kind of giving the advice was like, What if you told yourself they didn't need to be fixed? Like what she was trying to say nicely was, why are you assuming it's your responsibility to fix this person? And then I remembered something my dad used to say about being helpful. I'm pretty sure I've said this online before, but being helpful is just another word for controlling. And I think it's funny how I have to catch myself sometimes from being helpful. And as soon as I catch myself where I'm like, oh, I'm being helpful again, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to control the situation. And it normally does not work out very well. Typically it doesn't. Life lessons. So my point is, I try to control these watercolors. Like, I really try to exert control on where this paint goes. And with watercolors, you kind of can't. It won't let you. And if you do, it'll turn into a muddled mess. I think that's why I'm drawn to it right now in this season. Because I can't control it. But I need to master this lack of control. Such a crazy dichotomy. It's kind of cool. All right, how wet is this? Let's give it a go. See if we can control these watercolors. We can try. Hey, that's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool, dude. Look at these mushies. And the inspiration photo is something I found online. Of course, I didn't pay attention enough to give credit to whoever did it. So my apologies if you happen to stumble on this amongst the, 800,000 hours of content that are created every day, something like that. So if you happen to see this and you're like, hey, that's the picture I took. You took a really good picture. I am very appreciative of this picture you took. You did a bang up job. Thank you for allowing me to try to replicate it. I feel like I'm on a time crunch too, because I kind of am. Isn't that annoying when you have a time crunch? You know you have limited time to get done what needs to get done. So there's a cool little thing that mushrooms do. Like in this area right here, there's a veil normally. A little veil, which when the mushroom umbrella's out, that's when the spores get to be released. And then they get to go find new areas to go inhabit and create more mushy friends. which I think is cool. I would like to, at some point, actually sit back and grow some mushrooms. I've got a couple of logs that are inoculated in my backyard with some shiitake. I feel like lion's mane too. I feel like lion's mane is back there. Can't quite recall though. That was in the spring. That was months ago. How could I remember that? But the reason I got interested in mushrooms is I noticed exactly that. Like my ability to recall words was starting to diminish a little bit. And just all my friends know that it's kind of like a running joke. They're like, don't you remember such and such happened way back then? I'm like, nope, I don't. I legitimately don't. So I researched. I'm like, what's wrong with my brain? Why can't I remember things? Is this signs of early onset Alzheimer's or some kind of like dementia? I probably shouldn't tell everybody about this, but seriously, this is why I got interested in mushrooms. Because I really wanted to learn more about neuroplasticity and neural regeneration. But what I finally came to the conclusion was my brain is just overloaded. And that can happen with stress responses. It can happen with just how you're wired. I have a touch of ADHD too. You'd never guess that. And I'm extremely creative, but I'm also extremely analytical. And both of those brains live in one brain. So I've come to the conclusion that the reason I have the memory issues that I do is because I'm basically trying to run 2 hard drives at the same time on one computer. And I don't have enough RAM. There's not enough storage. So stuff gets deleted. The files just go, whoop, they're gone. No more files. File deletion. So when I'm consistent with my mushroom consumption, I do notice a difference. If I'm consistent with my diet, also an improvement. Exercise helps too. I'm a little lax on that lately. This isn't so bad. It's not quite what the inspiration photo was, but this isn't that bad. I'll take it. I'll run with it. It reminds me of one of those illustrated books, like kids' books. That's what it reminds me of. So I like it. Now let's see, can we add the little spots? Let's see if we can. We have our little mushy friends hanging out in the fall foliage. Just chilling. Oh, I see something I didn't do. Let's see if I can get it in there. We'll see. The background. Yeah, that's good. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Oh. See, now I look at the comments. Oh, I see all these mistakes I made. Yeah, it's all muddied. Oh well. The impression's there. Thank you, White Rabbit. Thank you. Pop it out in 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Yeah. Yeah. You know how it is. It's like me. Good, bad. I don't know. It definitely develops the skills. I still don't have a lot of control. It's like martial arts, man. Come on, color on it, Valhalla. Come on in. We'll talk about mushrooms and watercolors. It'll be fun. Well, y'all, this was fun. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. Maybe next time I'll have more to talk about. But the RAM on my 2 hard drives, that just not enough. Not enough. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you somewhere, sometime, somehow. Bye.